Hello, you absolutely amazing person, you. It's Sandy Boucher here once again with another week of content for you. We're going to talk traditional teachings. I got a rant for you today. Rarely does a social media post peeve me off, but this one definitely did. I have a special post on Friday to honor Mother's Day. I have we're going to do a deep dive into how a person behaves when they haven't unpacked their internalized oppression. We have so much to talk about this week. Excellent content worthy of your time. So subscribe if you're new here, and welcome back if you're not. I do have my handy dandy index card. I did want to say a couple things before I start ranting. First off, thank you. Thank you for your patience. About, I'm going to say a week, 10 days ago, if not longer, it started becoming obvious that my Mac is on its way out, and it's what I use to shoot these videos, to edit these videos, and because of that, a whole bunch of funky stuff has been happening. Editing my videos went from 15-20 minutes to 4 hours. I replaced my mic. Hopefully the sound is better for you. That other one was just picking up, making it sound echoey, so I fixed that. So thank you. My new Mac is on the way. We are going to rock some excellent content this year. But thank you for your patience as I work through all that. Just one last thing before I jump into the rant. Honorary Indian Daily. Okay, I'm totally excited about this. My first book came out in 2010. And that is Honorary Indian. And it's not even available for purchase right now because it's being re-edited. It's being decolonized as we speak. But ages ago, I started recording audio versions of that book. The daily motivational little excerpt, the little story for each day, because so many people were asking for them. Well, I've had those recordings forever, sitting on my Mac, doing nothing. And now it's a podcast available in audio form on my YouTube channel, this channel, and on Spotify. So subscribe to that, follow. We all deserve or sometimes need that little extra boost in the morning. So not only will you learn a little more about Indigenous worldview, but I'm certain the content will help you with your day. So the only thing left to talk about is the rant. So let's talk about it. Bonjour, Mishko Paganon, Quain Additional Cosmung Nodem. Hi, everybody. My name is Sandy Boucher. I'm Red Thunderbolt Woman of the Loon Clan, a proud member of Seine River First Nation in Treaty 3 territory in Northern Ontario. And can we talk for a minute? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm an intelligent human. I've been on this planet for 60 years. I get it. I get how frustrating life can be sometimes. I get that when people are grieving or upset, they say things that maybe they shouldn't. But as intelligent adults, can we get better at thinking before we open our mouth, or even more, thinking before we post on social media? Because you do have time. You had to type out that post. It's a lot easier to catch that than it is that instant thought that popped into your head. Now, what am I referring to? Well, I am seeing a lot of posts, justifiable posts, in reference to Gaza and Israel and what's going on, the insanity that's going on. Now, let's be clear. And I meant to look up the date, and I'm certain anyone that is Israeli knows the date. But that first attack on the kibbutz, no excuse, horrific, devastating. Let's all agree on that. That was ridiculous. Innocent people died. The attacks on Gaza are ridiculous. The innocent people, children, are being harmed. And can we be clear, there is a huge difference between Palestinians and Hamas. In the same way, there's a difference between Israelis and the Israel government. It's insanity. There is no justification for this massive killing, this massive destruction of human life and well-being. It's absolutely insane. And I have not said a lot because I am holding space for the people that this is their heart. These are their families. This is their homelands. And I wanted to hold that space. And every now and then when someone shares something and I realize like how absolutely ridiculous this is, like I do agree with their posts. I get it. I get it. But last week, I saw a post on LinkedIn. Now, I'm giving this woman the benefit of the doubt. Really super upset. I'm not sure if she's Palestinian or she's just like me, realizes this is insane. But that was not the focus of her post. The focus of her post was an attack on all of the people that are not posting about this. So, yep, I took this one personal. And she was ranting, in my opinion, and went on to share how out of touch do you have to be? How clueless do you have to be? How unaware of your surroundings do you have to be to not be saying anything about this? And that's where I got offended. Because you know where my mind went? Well, first, it went to places kind of simultaneously. The Ukrainians are watching their country get decimated, and no one's talking about that anymore. But those people are still dying, and those homes are being destroyed, and they have a right to be upset as well. It's equally as ludicrous. I'm not going to do a comparison of body count. It's ridiculous that these conflicts are happening. So that's where my heart went. And at the same time, okay, my first reaction was an emphatic F you to my Mac, which helps nothing, I realize, directed at this individual. But I was like, Indigenous children are taken every single day. Indigenous youth are dying every single day. Indigenous women are being assaulted and way worse every single day. Indigenous men, young men, are losing their lives every single day. The oppression, the environment, the soil doused in gasoline that Indigenous people in Canada are trying to survive continues every single day. So, where was your post? Where was your post? Like, you want to call us out for not joining in and, rallying behind you. We're still fighting our battles. They didn't end when yours started. So maybe less judgment, more, we're all hurting and we're all doing the best we can fighting the battles that are destroying our families. And maybe don't judge us for doing that. And do you know what came to mind? And I understand the significance of this. I was like, you know what? It made me think of that poem. And Martin Niemöller, I pronounced that wrong. I don't understand the accent sign. If anyone knows how to pronounce the name, you know what I'm talking about. It's a famous poem, and the significance, actually mentioning the Jews and the Holocaust, and that's what he's referencing. And what was that poem? First they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out, because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I'm not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I wasn't a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. I understand how important allies are. We have been begging allies to say something about our plight for years. But don't start attacking people because they're not screaming out with you. Maybe they're already screaming. And maybe like you, they feel like no one's listening. So you don't attack the other people that are fighting to survive. Does that make sense? I don't need to see those posts. I will continue to support in any way I can, and I will continue to fight the battles that affect my home turf, because no one deserves these conflicts. And I think I've been saying that publicly for years. So maybe be careful what you post, because maybe you're hurting the people that are not the problem. My 2 cents. Feel free to disagree. I know there's going to be people who disagree. But that post didn't help anything. Right? Encourage me. Give me the information. Don't attack. An attack will never get me to be your ally. Food for thought. Like I said, I have so much to offer you today. Tomorrow's video, I'm going to share with you who I am trying to save on a day-to-day basis with the work I do. And you may be surprised at the answer. In fact, I'd be willing to bet you are. Until tomorrow, I love you. Take care. Bye-bye.